Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2017. Now, sorry if you couldn't hear me properly, I had the mic quite away from me. Here it is. Now it's near me. Okay, so as I mentioned on Sunday, today we are going to be featuring Gyarados Meowstic-EX, the deck that I'm not gonna say took everyone by surprise because I knew about the deck. A few of my teammates played it and it wasn't really... It was like the worst kept secret in Pokemon history, if you will. Not in Pokemon history maybe, but the list and the concept had been leaked quite a few weeks or maybe days before the event. But Meowstic-EX definitely took everyone by surprise, and huge props to Addison Powell, who managed to pilot the deck all the way to top 16, and this is his exact list. So I gotta say, my teammates and I never even considered Meowstic-EX, and now that you think about it and now that you see it, it's generally a very genius card to include. Gyarados, as you all probably know by now, with full retaliation you deal 30 damage plus 30 more damage for each damage counter on each of your benched Magikarp, and then you combine that with Team Magma Secret Base, where when you place a basic Pokemon, you actually deal 2 damage counters to that Pokemon. That's some really good maths, and you can hit up to 210 damage by having 3 Magikarp on the bench. Now, aside from that, you also get to place damage counters potentially on your opponent's Pokemon, meaning you might sometimes either hit for 230 or 200 damage to 1-KO all the other Mega Pokemon that have that amount of HP, or you end up not needing 2 Magikarps in play. You can maybe only have 1, things like that. And then with Meowstic-EX, moving damage around from one of your Pokemon to your opponents, you get that almost perfect math against Mega Pokemon, which are the new target hit numbers to achieve. So Meowstic-EX with Shadow Ear, you can move, if it is your active Pokemon, you can move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Now, the retreat is 1, and I'm real surprised he only ran 1 Floatstone, because I feel like it's an ability you would like to use more often than not. You do also use 1 Escape Rope, but I guess it's more for the mirror match more than anything. Not entirely sure, but we also have 2 Shaymin-EX in order to draw more cards, and we have things like teammates and things like that in order to ensure that you get those KOs. So yeah, what else can I say about this? 3 Sycamore, pretty okay. You don't want 4 apparently in this list. I'm not gonna question anything on this list, I'm just gonna try and describe it a little bit. 2 teammates is really interesting. Magikarps are obviously very frail, and once a Gyarados gets KO'd, you want to immediately replace it and replace the Magikarp from your discard pile by getting one of your Buddy rescues, which you do run 4 of. Now, you're not really bothered by allowing your opponent to recover a Pokemon from their discard pile, because you basically want to 1-KO anything that's in front of you. You don't really care if they recover a Shaymin, if they recover a Mega Pokemon, if they recover what. You're focused on KOing 3 EX Pokemon as quickly as possible, and possibly KOing things like Shaymin-EX, which are easy targets. Then you have 1 Ranger in order to bypass attacks or effects such as Jirachi Stardust or Glaceon-EX's Crystal Ray, and then we have Hex-Maniac to bypass things like Giratina-EX. No, never mind, not Giratina-EX. What am I saying? Basically to deny, I guess, abilities overall. You don't need to bypass Giratina-EX. You do want Ranger to bypass Giratina-EX, of course, and you have 1 Lysander to target those special Pokemon. Then you also have 4 Puzzle of Time. These allow you to recover. These are another form of recovery for your DCEs, for Gyarados, for Magikarps. Town Map ensures that even if you do prize 1 Magikarp, because you do take prizes so quickly, with a Town Map you can guarantee that you get that Magikarp out really quickly. And then the The Bursting Balloons act like a 5th Magikarp, because whenever your opponent attacks into a Bursting Balloon, that immediately reduces the amount of Magikarps necessary to get a 1-hit KO, most likely by 1, because having one Magikarp with 2 damage counters on it adds 60 damage to Gyarados' attack, but then Bursting Balloon, if they attack into it, deals 60 damage back. So it's essentially a 5th Magikarp, if you will, in terms of damage output. And what else can I talk about? I already mentioned Team Magma Secret Base. The rest is pretty much standard drawing cards: First Seeker, Ultra Ball, Trainers Mail, Acrobat, and you can abuse Dive Ball here because your main attacker is a water type Pokemon. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this list. We definitely have to see it in action to really appreciate how it works, and I hope I don't make too many mistakes, because I did test against this deck, but I did not okay guys, sorry about the cut there. I'll be honest, I started recording the games as usual, and I had been recording for half an hour, and in that half an hour I played 5 games, and I lost all 5 games within the first 3 or 4 turns of each game. First game, I didn't get any draw supporters. Second game, I prized both Shaymins. Third game, I prized 2 Magikarps. Fourth game, I prized 2 Puzzle of Time when I needed one of them to keep going with the game. And I mean, then the 5th game, I started Shaymin and I prized the other one, and all I had was Ultra Ball and Dive Ball in my hand. So I decided that those games are definitely, I mean, I'll show you guys the losses if you want, but 4 games in a row when I'm trying to showcase a deck, like, I don't care about losing. I generally don't mind showing my losses as long as they're close. I've never before edited out a loss, a win, anything. I promise you guys that. I have never ever done that before. But the 5 games did not showcase how the deck works, did not showcase the Team Magma mechanic, did not showcase Gyarados dealing a ton of damage, did not showcase Meowstic. They simply did not showcase anything at all. I'm generally I mentioned during those games that I know I received some feedback. You guys, I complained a lot about my luck in the previous videos, the Greninja videos. I apologize for that. I was very nervous for regionals. I had been recording so many videos beforehand. I was tired, I wasn't sleeping well, etc, etc, and many excuses, okay? But this was just crazy, like such a string of bad luck. And I talked a lot about my regional experience, which I believe also involved a ton of bad luck. I don't want to repeat myself. Basically, here are the facts. I started out 4-0. My 3rd round game was on stream. In that 3rd round, you can actually see like what happened in that round, where I lost one game. I lost the first game in 2 seconds because I couldn't find a second basic. The second game I almost got dunked, but I didn't, and I ended up winning. The 3rd game I almost got dunked once again, and no, I didn't get dunked. I was down 2-6 in prizes, and I ended up coming back and pulling off a win. So yeah, a really intense match there, but all my games were like that. And my reasoning being, after I analyzed like my losses, my play, etc., I played like, I know the deck, I know the Greninja deck like the back of my hand. It's my favorite deck to play. I love the mechanic, I love the ability, I love everything about Greninja. The weakness this weekend was definitely my list. My list this weekend was, I'm not gonna say lacking, but it was definitely not ideal, if you will. Basically, it came down to, I got dunked so many times because I had very few basic Pokemon. I had very low HP Pokemon, and even though I had a lot of ways to search them out, it just did not end up working out for me. And the reason I lost so many times, so many times, was because of the fact that I simply could not get set up. Every game I set up during the 9 rounds, I won. Every game that went past turn 3, I legitimately won except one. But there came a point where I wasn't able to. I generally was not able to find basic Pokemon in my first turn of the game, and I ended up losing because of that. Okay, so one Magikarp is prized. No Gyarados prized, which is great. The other Shaymin is prized. Okay, seems like that's... I guess I should have checked the... Oh, I have Town Map here. I actually have Town Map. Okay, too bad I can't attack turn 1. One Magikarp is there, Shaymin is there, Body Rescue, which could be important, Special Charge, but that means all 4 TCs are available, which is great. As I mentioned in the deck profile, Bursting Balloon kind of is like a 5th Magikarp, so that's pretty good. And here I'm going to Shaymin first. I do place damage counters on Shaymin, which opens up the possibility of a Y-Cyclone KO by Yveltal, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. And I think I'm gonna pass here because attaching energy would not be a good idea. I hope my opponent doesn't have Lysandre. He will be able to damage my Magikarp, and I keep doing this misplay, and I did that in the previous games. It did not matter, but there's no reason for me to bench the second Magikarp. Okay, he replaces the stadium. That's not great. Yveltal EX. Okay, I do have a Lysandre to try and get that KO on the Yveltal, but I don't think that's gonna happen. The 2 Puzzle of Time definitely help though. 2 Puzzle of Time definitely help here, because I can get back the stadium and the Magikarp immediately. But since I do have a Body Rescue, I definitely don't need that. What cards do I need here? I have the Vertigo for the Lysandre. I have the Puzzle of Time, potentially for a Gyarados or a Magikarp, and the stadium, right? So I still need... Oh, yeah, I can't KO. I actually can't KO Yveltal. What I could do is KO Shaymin. That I could do. And I think that's my best play here, actually. So I am going to Puzzle of Time by playing down 2 cards. I'll get back the Magikarp, and I will get back the stadium. And then I will play down the stadium. I will play down the Magikarp, and now I'm gonna Trainers Mail. I need to find a ball. Okay, the Ultra Ball works. Oh no, this doesn't guarantee. This actually doesn't guarantee. I can't KO Shaymin. I actually can't KO Shaymin. Okay, so maybe I should focus on getting up a backup Gyarados. Let's see if I can hit the level ball here, or the dive ball rather. I can't, but I do hit a Body Rescue, which doesn't help me at all. I can't KO the Shaymin. I'm dealing 90 damage. Yeah, I'm dealing 90 damage. So I'm not gonna grab anything, because I will be... Well, actually yes, I'm gonna grab the Bursting Balloon. Seems like I'm gonna KO the active Yveltal, but that's fine. That is actually fine, because I can Bursting Balloon here. So I will Body Rescue. I should not have grabbed the Ultra Ball then. I should not have grabbed the Ultra Ball, but I can find my Magikarp off of the prices, which is great. I give him a Zoroark back, which is not ideal, but his only real threat is definitely Yveltal here. So So I'm gonna Sycamore instead of Lysandre. I was missing 2 cards in order to Ultra Ball for the other Magikarp and get the Leon Shaymin. But we get a pretty okay hand, I would say. We get a pretty okay hand. Meowstic, definitely not gonna need that guy anytime soon. If off of my prices, I'm gonna grab Magikarp. And assuming he KOs me, maybe I should grab Shaymin actually. Maybe I should grab Shaymin, or no, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away the Stadium and the Meowstic. I don't think I will need Meowstic this time around. I will find the Magikarp, and I'm gonna use my last puzzle, well, my third puzzle of time rather, in order to check out my top deck, and based on that I will decide on my prize card. Yeah. Okay. So I literally have no good cards coming. No draw. So I'm actually gonna put the Magma base up top. How do I not get any draw? Come on. How do I do this? Oh gosh. Okay. I can't not get the Magikarp here. Well, actually I can not get the Magikarp. Okay, gonna full Retaliation. Get the KO 150, and yeah, if Yveltal attacks into my Gyarados, sure he gets a prize card, but I can grab the N here. Or I could grab Shaymin. I think Shaymin is a better choice. Yeah. I think Shaymin is the better choice here. Zoroark can't KO either, which is good. Yveltal needs 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He needs only 1 Dark Energy to KO my Gyarados. He only needs 1. Okay. Acrobike. Discards another Acrobike. Max Elixir. Doesn't get an energy. Wow, does he really not have an energy? I can't be that lucky. Versus Seeker. Ugh. He doesn't attack into my Bursting Balloon. Oh. Oh, he did have an energy, okay. And once again, I cannot. Man, this sucks. This really sucks. Oh boy. It's just being really difficult. And now I have a Gyarados I cannot evolve into, and a Magma base which I top decked. Okay, 3 more cards. I knew the Ultra Ball, I knew the Hex Maniac. He has the KO. Wow, I'm going to lose this as well. How am I playing this wrong? Am I actually playing this wrong? No. I'm not. I mean, I can't draw teammates. I can't draw. Ugh. I have a Magikarp prize. Gonna have to. They always have an out. Wow. They always have an out to the Bursting Balloon. Gonna have to use Sky Return. That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. I'm gonna have to give up a Shaymin here. Gonna have to give up a Shaymin. Wow. It's gonna come down to, can my opponent Lysander for the win? And he will. I mean, if I can't somehow, well, yeah. I can't, guys. I generally can't win with this deck. I generally cannot win with this deck. Like, take a look. Let's take a look at the deck manager. I just made the deck. Standard. Oh, 5 losses, not 6. I apologize. 0 for 5. 0 for 5. I can't. I can't win. I mean, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Please let me know in the comment section down below, because I feel completely lost. I generally feel completely lost. Okay, so we get 2 out of 3 Sycamores in our starting hand. Okay, so Mega Mewtwo, which should be an okay matchup for this deck. Should be. We'll see. Can I get a constant flow of things? Okay. I mean, there's literally nothing else I can do. And also... actually get rid of all my stadiums here, I will lose because of that. If I gonna shame for 3, I guess. Okay. So we can't KO Mewtwo, which is problem number 1. We can't KO Mewtwo, which is problem number 1. I don't Sky Return because of the possibility that my opponent could simply play Escape Rope. He actually plays Town Map himself, and we see 2 Spirit Links, which is interesting. Well, good, I mean. Interestingly good for us. And a Mega Mewtwo. He already has one Spirit Link down though, so. And there's the escape rope. He's gonna let him KO Shaymin, because that way we activate our teammates. Oh, but this is not good at all. I mean, your opponent KOing your Shaymin-EX on turn 2 is never good news, you know? And he gets 2 prizes, and there's a Shrine of Memories, so it'll be interesting to see if he grabs that. Will he grab the Shrine of Memories? I can actually move a damage counter off of Magikarp, which is good. He did not get the Shrine of Memories. He did not get the Shrine of Memories. So sure, I can heal Magikarp 1 damage counter, but it's really not a big deal. I will Shadow Ear and move the damage counter to Trubbish, I guess. Okay, so how do we do this? Teammates. We can't teammates for enough cards. We absolutely cannot teammates for enough cards. We need TCG, we need Gyarados, and we need so many things. We need to sacrifice something else. And that something else is obviously going to be a Magikarp. So I'm going to teammates for 2 Magikarp. Right? That's the best play here. Maybe. And then actually no, that was not the best play. I should have teammates it for a Bursting Balloon, which is right there. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent set of cards. So I'm gonna play Shaymin down. I will draw 2 of those cards. I know my top deck will be a Trainers Mail. And I'm gonna attach a Bursting Balloon to the Magikarp. And I will retreat the Meowstic into the Magikarp and let my opponent KO the Magikarp. Hopefully he takes the KO with Mega Mewtwo itself. That would be pretty silly for sure. But I don't know. Okay, there's another Spirit Link, which we did see him grab, and he's gonna Sycamore. Okay, so he already attached energy. He already played the Spirit Link, so he will be taking the KO on the Magikarp. He could simply not take a KO, which would be bad for us. He places a Stadium, that's fine. I don't think he will not take a KO here. I generally think my opponent will not be tempted to get a KO here. And that will mean we will be able to get a KO back, which is awesome. He does have Carpador, so Meowstic now becomes completely useless. The 10 damage probably won't matter at all. There's another float. And is he going to pass? No, he will attack into the Magikarp with Shatter Shot to make it more humiliating. But that's okay. That is generally okay. So I'm not gonna bother promoting Meowstic. I want to promote Magikarp immediately. And finally we get our first KO with Gyarados here. Okay, I have to play the Stadium first before I play down the Magikarp. I have to play down the Stadium first. 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 Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There's Magikarp, and now with teammates, with the beautiful, beautiful teammates, we find Gyarados, and we find one of our 4 non-priced TCGs. Wait, 3? I meant to say 3. Whoopsies. And there's the Magikarp. I mean the Gyarados. There's the TCE. And now I'm not gonna play a Trainers Mail because my opponent could end me next turn. So Trainers Mail gives me an out to keep going, especially after I have 2 Sycamore and 2 Berserker in my discard pile. And 150 damage plus the Bursting Balloon deals enough damage exactly. So definitely want the Magikarp, and I'm gonna want the DCE, I reckon, because I could grab the Gyarados, but I have more outs to Gyarados, between 2 more Gyarados left in deck and Ultra Balls and Dive Balls, but I only have 2 DCs left in my deck, so odds of drawing a DCE are lower than odds of drawing a Gyarados, and yeah, that's my reason. So there's Mega Mewtwo. Right now he's dealing 130 damage, more than enough to KO me. Doesn't need to attach any more energy to the active, but if he doesn't end me, I believe I should be able to get back a KO. I promote a Magikarp, I bench the other Magikarp, I use teammates and find Gyarados and a Body Rescue, and I get the back-to-back KOs on Mewtwo, so that's pretty good. There's a second Carpador, and my opponent thinning out his deck might signify the end. Generally might. We know he didn't grab the end off of the prizes though. He might do that next turn, but he's not posing a real threat for next turn, and yeah, so we need to pay attention to what prize he grabs this time around. But he's gonna be out of threats for next turn. Like, there's a ton of pressure for him to grab the Spirit Link. He doesn't. He grabs the Stadium, which once again I am completely fine with. Promote the Meowstic, no big deal. I think I grabbed the correct prices. Gyarados or TC would not have made a difference at this point in time, but I'll just bench the Magikarp. I will attach to a different Magikarp because that one cannot evolve. I will Versus Seeker for teammates. Teammates will give me Body Rescue and the Gyarados I need. Yeah, Body Rescue, and I mean I could Dive Ball or Ultra Ball in order to thin out my deck, but I generally don't think I need to. I'm gonna evolve Gyarados into the Energy Magikarp, and I'm gonna deal 210 damage exactly, which is very nice. Hopefully my computer doesn't decide to freeze here, and yeah, finally we're seeing how the Gyarados deck actually works. Actually works. This is how the deck works, guys. You should be able to kind of constantly replace your Gyarados or Gyaradai, I don't know, every turn in order to be able to KO your opponent's Pokemon. Mega Mewtwo having 210 HP is really convenient because of how the math works out with the Magikarps and the Stadium and everything like that. I'm gonna grab now the Gyarados and the Sycamore. If I took an end, the Sycamore is back in my deck, so it gives me odds of drawing it. I have the Trainer's Mail in order to maybe access it. I have Hexmaniac, although that card obviously doesn't matter here. And I have another potential Gyarados to replace the one that's active, but off of 4 cards, one of which we knew was the Stadium, and seeing a Spirit Link priced, I generally do not believe my opponent will be able to find a Spirit Link, a Mega Mewtwo, and a TCE off of those 4 cards. He actually Lysanders into Shaymin, which makes sense, and decides to Mega Evolve without the Spirit Link. Or maybe not decides, maybe that's all he can actually do. So in order to win here, we need a Lysander and an Energy to retreat. And that's exactly what we get after top decking that Puzzle of Time and the Trainer's Mail finding the second Puzzle of Time. This should be game here. This should generally be game. I should have a DCE here in my discard pile because my opponent did KO Gyarados, and I am going to grab the Lysander. which apparently I am crazy because I have yet to play. Okay, so no Lysander, guys. Never mind, we're not gonna win this turn. Well, I can Trainers Mail once again to try and find it, which I think is my best play here. Yeah. Huh. Maybe I should try and secure the game, actually. I mean, there's no need for me to... Okay, I don't want to lose because of this. So... Oops. Oh no, don't tell me I did it again. Oh, I did it again, guys. I did it again. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, guys. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. I apologize. I actually did it again. I did it again. I can't believe this. If my opponent finds a TCG and a Mega Turbo, he's going to beat me because of my stupidity. Not my stupidity, my delayedness, if you will. Okay, Ultra Ball, energy, and an N. Does he not have any other energy? No, he does. So hopefully he didn't find the Mega Turbo. That was really stupid of me. That was actually very stupid. No, Trainers Mail. Spirit Link. No Mega Turbo yet. Maybe he doesn't play any. No, there's 2 in the discard pile already. Okay, that's a relief. That is actually a relief. Now, if he promotes Mega Mewtwo, he loses. Yeah, so he only passes. Okay. But now, no, game, don't do this to me. I do want to, I can, I'm here, I am here, I want to, okay. We would have won this game, guys. I timed out, my computer is really bad, new Mac computers are, I am here, I'm clicking, game, I am clicking. New Mac computers are coming out next week, and I will buy one, and this will never ever happen again. The frame rate will be better, the music will be better, everything will actually be better here. Everything will actually be better. There's the energy. Okay, we won this game, guys. There is no way off of 2 turns we would not have won, and the previous turn I would have sky returned in order to prevent this horrible scenario from happening. That was a way to secure the game, but anyways, I apologize for that. Very frustrating. We would have won that. Like, imagine in a parallel universe I actually click done on time and I end up winning that match. So that's how Gyarados works. You replace Gyarados, you replace the Magikarps, and you win or almost win. Okay, so let's find another game. Hopefully the deck starts working out decently. But yeah, pricing a Magikarp is, I'm not gonna say it's very likely, but it's very possible. I don't know what the difference between very likely and very possible is. But you definitely have to play around that, and Bursting Balloons help you out that way. If you can't immediately target a Shaymin for a KO in order to pick up your Magikarp of your prizes, if you have yet to play Town Map and you get to draw a prize card and it's not that, you're definitely gonna struggle. So it's kind of similar in Greninja that way, which you really struggle in games where you prize to, I mean not to, I mean obviously you struggle. You struggle if you get hands like this, you struggle if you prize 2 Frogadier, you struggle if you prize 1 Frogadier, of course, but it's not very common, and Greninja does have splash energy to recover from that scenario. Another Mega Mewtwo deck, wow. So Mega Mewtwo is really popular lately, and I'm really surprised. After Darkrai Giratina just swept Orlando Regionals, I'm generally really surprised about this. But anyways, I will replace the stadium right now. Should have waited, but I will do it anyways. I keep doing that, don't I? I keep misplaying that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Verseeker and the other stadium. I'm gonna find a Shaymin here. No Magikarp priced is great. 1 Gyarados priced is okay. We can work with that. Let's check our TCE count. TCE count is healthy, okay. So none of the super important pieces are priced. Magikarp is most likely getting KO'd next turn. But I will get to draw 4 more cards. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna discard the Ranger on the Gyarados. I'm just gonna search for another Magikarp straight up. The other Shaymin is priced, so we have to remember that. The other Shaymin is priced, and now I'm gonna use the Puzzle of Time and then the Acrobike. See if it's worth it. The next 3 cards, meh. I mean, there's no difference between playing Sycamore and then right now. Well, I want to conserve the Body Rescue, so I'm gonna do it this way, and it gets me 2 cards closer, if you will, to whatever I need for next turn to KO the Mega Mewtwo potentially. There's the Body Rescue, there's 2 Magikarp, so that's really good. That is actually really awesome. Really awesome. And so awesome that the Bursting Balloon might actually not end up mattering at all. Next turn we even have the Stadium and the Body Rescue to combine after the Magikarp gets KO'd. Looks like my opponent will attack, or might possibly attack into the Bursting Balloon. Even if he doesn't, it doesn't really change anything. The Bursting Balloon is completely 100% irrelevant at this point in time. And he actually finds Mega Mewtwo and discards a Sycamore, so he did have draw. Apparently, he did have draw. He could have. He can't have Ultra Bolt. I mean, top deck the Ultra Ball or the Sycamore or the Shaymin. So he was holding on to resources in his hand. Benches another Mewtwo, attaches another Spirit Link. And yeah, it's gonna come down to who can replace his attackers faster, I guess. But the fact that he hit into the Bursting Balloon even puts less pressure on my Body Rescue right now. But I mean, I'm gonna use it anyways. Now, I am pressured into finding Gyarados and a TCE, but look at my top deck. Wow. I could not have asked for a better top deck. My opponent cannot grab anything off of Body Rescue, so it's probably waiting for him to click OK. I'll grab the Magikarp, doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it does matter. I'll play down the Magikarp, place damage counters onto it, and off of the teammates I get to find Gyarados, and I get to find a TCE, and simply one-hit KO the Mega Mewtwo right here, right now. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now my opponent needs to find another Mega Mewtwo and a TCE in order to KO back. And I'm not gonna play the Trainer's Mail just yet. Fortunately, we have not found Town Map, so we cannot handpick our prize cards. But we do know, like out of our prize cards, only 1 Gyarados is priced, and that's the important card. And the Dive Ball even guarantees the Gyarados for next turn. And between 2 Trainers Mail, the special charge, putting back the energy into my deck, and having a Sycamore available to us, and potentially another Shaymin, although I think it's priced. Yeah, never mind, it's priced. I should be able to hit the cards I need, because even the Trainers Mail could potentially become teammates, so that would secure the KO, the back-to-back KO. And yeah, like Mewtwo is generally a really good matchup for Gyarados. The previous game, I would have won. There was no way I would have not won that game. And yeah, especially if you can back-to-back one-hit KO Mega Mewtwo's, and he can too, but he's only getting 1 prize from the trade-off. I mean, and wow, I even top deck. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna find the Gyarados here. And now I do have access to teammates, and I need a Body Rescue and a DCE. That's all I need. So I could teammates for those 2 cards, or in order to conserve resources, I could teammates for 2 Puzzle of Time and get back precisely those 2 cards, reusing them from my discard pile and potentially saving the other actual cards for later on in the game. So, did I skip the Puzzle of Time? I know there's 1 in the discard pile. No, there they are. So 1 Puzzle of Time is priced, along with a Gyarados and a Shaymin. And yeah, Puzzle of Time will get me back the Magikarp and the DCE. There we go. That's the 2 cards we need to 1-hit KO Mega Mewtwo back to back. What other deck can boast the fact that it can 1-hit KO Mega Mewtwo back to back? And there's the win. Yep. This is how the previous game should have gone. The price Magikarp obviously made things more difficult. The fact that we drew the remaining 2 Magikarps off of this first Sycamore was definitely helpful. And yeah, for the last match of the day, are we playing against Volcanion? I didn't pay attention to the previous screen, so I don't know what types my opponent is using. Okay, I do want to go first. Definitely want to go first, even if it's against Volcanion. And we start Magikarp. We get an okay-ish start. My opponent will mulligan, which is cool. I do have Shaymin, but don't have too many playable cards under Shaymin. And we see Karen, we see Expansion, we see Skyfield, and we see Bishop dual typing. So we're up against Cernia's Rainbow Road. Another popular deck. One of my losses this weekend at Orlando Regionals was to that deck, to Christian Ortiz, who actually made top 32. And yeah, don't particularly like top decking that DCE, but there is a chance he will whiff the turn 1 KO, so I'm gonna attach it anyways. And I mean, using Shaymin for 1 doesn't seem worth it, so I'm gonna end. And okay, so this is a little bit better. A little bit better. Let's first use the Acrobike. And I find teammates, which is cool. It's actually cool. But yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll keep the teammates. Not my ideal card, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Meowstic, and I'm gonna play the energy first. I mean the stadium first. Even though I damaged my Shaymin, I get to draw an extra card, so that's definitely worth the 20 extra damage. And I get to draw 3 more cards, which are not particularly useful. Not particularly useful, and I get to pass here. The Bursting Balloon will most likely be wasted as well. Most likely be wasted. Immediately gets the stadium replaced. Is there anything in his deck besides Shaymin that can deal 30 damage? Okay, he already attached an energy off of his hand. And play the Max Elixir immediately. I feel like I would have used the Max Elixir and then hoped to hit a DCE, maybe? Because now the only way he attacks is with a second... I don't know. Anyways, this is okay. So I top deck another Acrobike. And... this is horrible. I mean, sure, I find Gyarados, but then what? I lose a Body Rescue. That's not good. And I'm possibly gonna lose the 2 Puzzle of Time here. Well, not possibly, definitely. Unless I use them to find an end. Oh boy. Okay. I mean... he has 4 cards in his hand. I do not want to end him. I don't think I want to end him. So I'm gonna evolve into Gyarados. And I'm gonna Puzzle of Time, I believe, for both Acrobikes. Which is kind of pathetic. Kind of pathetic. And a huge waste of puzzle of time. Hope I don't end up struggling because of that, but I think I'm coming out worse off of this. I think I'm actually coming off worse off of using these two acrobikes. Okay, finally a Magikarp. And now, ooh, first replace the stadium, Pablo. First replace the stadium, and then play the Magikarp. And I could see the next 3 cards, but there's really no reason to, so I'll just Sycamore. Basically, I want a KO here, and looks like I will get it, but at a really high price. At a really, really high price. The puzzle of time is definitely not useful here, and I don't think. Well, the Bursting Balloon might be. Get rid of the puzzle of time, and I guess I'll get rid of the Sycamore. Didn't really want to do that, but I don't have a choice. No Magikarp prized. There's 1 DC in my active, there's 1 DC in the discard, 1 DC in my hand, and 1 DC in my deck. So 1 DC everywhere. But yeah, if I attach the Bursting Balloon, it puts less pressure on me finding the next Body Rescue, and I could potentially end. And this should get the KO, right? That's 150 damage. It is. I guess I'll attach the TCE here. Oh, but Galvantula, that was dumb. That was really dumb, and I apologize. Galvantula. As soon as I took my hand off of the mouse, I was like, whoopsie daisies. Galvantula can get 2 KOs here. Whoopsie daisies, guys. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. Okay. So, okay, he attaches to Xerneas. I am perfectly fine with that. Versus Seeker for a Sycamore. Perfectly fine with that too. That means he's gonna attack into a Bursting Balloon, which is great. If he doesn't attach a Fighting Fury Belt, I could even give myself the chance to end. Although N to 5, that doesn't really make a difference. But if, there's Galvantula, if I do not bench another Magikarp, that would actually be pretty good, I think. Ugh, that's annoying. Yeah, there's 3 stadiums already. And he finds another experience share. Wow, Mew could use... Oh no, never mind. Because it can only copy basic Pokemon. Never mind. Yeah, the 1-for-1 price trade-off is not great for Gyarados here. Especially when Galvantula will make it a 2-for-1 price trade-off. Eventually. So I might actually end up evolving my Magikarp into Gyarados this upcoming turn. Wow, he chooses not to attack, which I guess makes sense. Kind of. Okay, so here I'm gonna choose to evolve, because with teammates I can definitely recover from this, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I should Sycamore here. Yeah, I'm gonna Sycamore. I need more resources than this. But yeah, this saves my Gyarados from getting KO'd. I mean, one of my Magikarps from getting KO'd. I still get a prize here. And yeah, I get good enough cards to make up for this. I would love to hit the Town Map though. Because if my Team Magmas, my Team Magmas thing is prized, I might be in a little bit of trouble. So I'm actually gonna grab the Dive Ball and use it, because I did not pay attention to the Team Magma thing count. And there's a Town Map, and yep, no more stadiums. Uh-oh. Now that's a big problem here. That is a big problem. Oh boy. Okay. That is a big problem. if I escape rope, does he sacrifice the Mew or the Gyarados? I mean the Galvantula, or does he promote Xerneas, assuming I can't KO? I think I'm better off saving the escape rope for a turn where I can't actually KO. So I'm gonna use full retaliation. Yeah, because with teammates I might end up going for the town map if I don't find the Team Magma base here. Yep, I don't. Might end up going with teammates for the Team Magma thing. And with that, wow, he could actually target Shaymin too. Oh, that hurts. That hurts, but he doesn't even have the KO on Gyarados at this point in time, but I can't KO back. Okay, but I do draw the Lysander, which is cool. Which can let me KO the Galvantula, meaning my benched Pokemon are way safer than they were beforehand. Paint Roller, okay. Who the heck uses that card? Paint Roller. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my opponent is dealing 100 and... yeah, he does have the KO. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, now he benches Shaymin. I am in so much trouble. I am in so much trouble here. So much trouble. Okay, so he's gonna get a KO. I can get a KO back on the Galvantula, but with no town map, and I've already played, yeah, all 4 puzzle of time. I am in a lot of trouble here, guys. I desperately need the town map. Oh, that's a rough decision. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Shaymin, because that gets me closer to the town map, I guess. Okay, here I definitely want to KO Gyarados. I mean Galvantula. Why do I keep calling it Gyarados? And then I'm gonna Shaymin for 3 cards. And I really need the town map. I need to hit the town map. Okay, great. That is absolutely perfect here. Teammates Gyarados, Team Magma Secret Base. Perfect. So I'm gonna attach the energy here. I'm actually gonna attach the Floatstone to the Meowstic so that I can replace the Gyarados, and gonna keep the Trainers Mail for now. I'm just gonna deal 90 damage to this Galvantula, get the KO. Whew. Okay, and definitely need the Team Magma Secret Base. Definitely needed that. Okay. Now, next turn is gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be very interesting, especially if my opponent ends me. Especially if my opponent ends me. Might have to end up sacrificing a Shaymin-EX or something weird like that. Removing a damage counter from Magikarp doesn't really make a difference, I think. It's always hitting for 130 with his current bench. So I'm actually gonna heal Shaymin. No, I'll heal Magikarp, because Magikarp will most likely get KO'd. Wow, he plays Karen. So now all my Magikarps and Gyarados go back to my deck, which is only 1. 1 Gyarados and 2 Magikarp, no big deal. No big deal, I guess. Puts less pressure on my body rescues, which I definitely will not complain about. Less pressure on me finding another Gyarados, because my deck is already pretty thin. And what I need here, wow. So my opponent's down to 0 cards in hand, just 1 and his top deck. Just the 1 and his top deck. So I can maybe pressure the Joltik. But I think it's better to pressure the Mew, because it's more likely that the Mew... I mean, I'm not gonna have 5 turns of Meowstic, really. But the Galvantula will eventually evolve. We all know the Galvantula will eventually evolve. Maybe the damage would have been better on... Okay. I'm gonna Dive Ball here. I think I'm better off finding Magikarps. I need to find Magikarp or Gyarados anyways. But I'd rather... I don't know if there's a big difference here. I'll play down the Stadium, I'll play down the Magikarp, and then let's see what my Trainer's Mail can get me. It can get me a Special Charge. And yeah, I'm gonna grab the Special Charge. The Ultra Ball doesn't help me at all. Can't get rid of the Sycamore here, so I'll use the Special Charge. It does make my deck a little bit bigger, but I did have 3 TCs in my discard pile, so the odds of me getting a TCE are now bigger. I did have one in play, but that's okay. And there's the Magikarp. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, Galvantula can be an issue, but I do have the two Body Rescues to get back the Magikarps immediately, and I get to choose my price, and I'm obviously gonna choose teammates here, obviously. And I feel like if my opponent does KO 2 Magikarps with Galvantula, that is okay if I lose the energy, but because if he combines it with an N, it's a less useless card I will draw, because I will need the Body Rescues only. I won't need to find a Gyarados and a TCE to replace the current active one. And definitely Teammates is my price card here. Definitely Teammates. Sycamore, there's no Sycamore, so never mind. I was about to say something really stupid. I was gonna say Sycamore, there was an argument for Sycamore. But without Berserker or Lysander to be able to KO the Shaymin, there's just no way. Weapon does promote Mew. He will get a KO back here. So he did get a TC off of his prize card or his top deck. Or else it already had the card, I don't know. Attached a Fairy to the bench Xerneas. And sure, he does get a KO here. But then I get another KO with... I could even get a KO with Shaymin here. I could even get a KO with Shaymin-EX to pick that up, and it doesn't really make too big of a difference. Right? Doesn't really make too big of a difference. I mean, if I use Body Rescue here, I give my opponent a chance to get back into this. Okay. I'm gonna attach the TC to Shaymin. Yeah, I'm gonna take the KO with Shaymin. Gonna Shadow Ear from Shaymin to the active Mew. That puts it in range of 1 in KO. And then, if I use Body Rescue, my opponent can only bring back a Xerneas, which is no big deal. And I get back my Magikarp, and I get to place 2 damage counters on the Magikarp. And I'm wondering if okay, I'm gonna get back a Magikarp, and then I'm gonna play another Body Rescue, and I'm just gonna leave the Gyarados ready. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave the Gyarados ready. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Or I could get back the Magikarp. But nah, I'm just gonna grab the Gyarados. And I'm gonna evolve the one that has energy, of course. And then I will retreat. Yeah, basically my opponent's only chance is to replace my Stadium and get a KO on the 2 Magikarps with the double Galvantula attack, I reckon. I guess I promote Meowstic here. Not sure. Yeah, Meowstic. and I grab Dive Ball. Maybe. I don't know. It's actually gonna be close, I think. Can he get Galvantula and replace my stadium? Galvantula, energy, and a stadium. Or a paint roller, because apparently that's a thing. There's an energy. Yikes. Benches the Cernias. N versus Seeker. For Sycamore. Oh, guys. We might be in a lot of trouble. Trainers Mail. Doesn't grab anything. There's a Bisharp. There's a Shaymin for 2 cards. He's looking for it. Didn't get the Galvantula either. Or the Stadium. So unless those 2 cards are Galvantula and Stadium. Oh, wow. That game was intense. That game was super intense. And yeah, guys, that's gonna conclude Gyarados. I apologize for the lateness of the video. Definitely wanted to, because of Orlando, I got home really late on Tuesday, later than I expected, and I was very tired. I still am, but I want to get out the video to you guys. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to Raticate break on Friday. And I was using this account, the regular Tablemon account, not the demo one, because I requested Team Magma Base. I do not know why they weren't added to my account, and I requested them a couple of weeks ago and they still have not been added to my account, so that's why I had to switch account. So no bling, full arts, supporters and ultra balls and things like that, but for Friday's video we should be back to the blinginess. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys so much for watching. I need to update my CP count. I actually have 80 now, not 60. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow in the Spanish Gyarados video, or on Friday for some Raticate action.